All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we have a really cool one from Vario Watches. This is their 1918 trench watch, basically designed after the military watches of World War I. If you guys aren't really familiar with it, back in World War I, in that time, 1917, 1918, people weren't wearing wristwatch. People had pocket watches that they kept in their pocket, and they were really handy, but in a war situation, and you've got a rifle, and you've got people you're commanding what to do, it was tough to have to reach in your pocket, pull a watch out, see what time it is if you're timing an attack or something like that. So really kind of a pain. So what people started doing, and I have an example down here. Now, I don't think this is a World War I, but this is an example of a pocket watch that has had lugs welded to it. So this is an old Omega pocket watch. Unfortunately, this thing isn't working right now, but it does have lugs welded to the case. I'll bring it up here a little bit closer and show you. You can see how those lugs have been actually welded on to this watch case to make it into a wristwatch. So back in 1918, around World War I, watchmakers started helping out these guys in the trenches by putting the watches together, or they bring in their watches and actually have lugs welded to the case of the watch. So this Vario is basically a representation of those types of watches. Very interesting enough, this really reminds me of a 1915 to 1918 World War II or World War I Rolex watch. The design of the watch overall, it really has that look to it. So let's go ahead and jump into this one now. As you guys can see, it comes on this boon strap. There are other strap options available. These are going to be available on Kickstarter starting on November 11th, so just a few more days. These will be available for purchase out there. I really do like them on the boon strap. It's a really good looking combination here. They also have a black boon strap available. There's going to be 6 different variations of this watch available over at the website as far as dial colors, loom color if you want the old style loom, if you want the white loom. One has the red 12 o'clock up there. So and white dial, cream dial. There's a whole lot of different options to choose from out there. So lots of different variations. And again, this has fixed lugs on the watch. We'll get it off of the boon strap, or at least show you that here in just a little bit. These are actually fixed lugs, so they don't, you're not going to, take spring bars out of there or anything like that. But so let's talk about the watch itself. It's a really nicely built watch. Very simple. You have that railroad track, as you guys can see there, around the minute track there, and your minute hand is reaching all the way out there to it. Sorry guys for the reflections. This does have a double domed AR coated sapphire crystal, which picks up all of the lights in the room, as you guys can tell. Small seconds down here at the 6 o'clock position. This is running the Miyota 82S5. It's a really good movement. Automatic movement, hacking, hand windable, 21 joules, and beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour. So really good tried and true movement in the watch. Like I said, double dome sapphire crystal protecting the dial of the watch. You have a really good case size at 37 millimeters from side to side, so it's going to be a really nice fitting watch. Gives it a bit of beef on the boon strap, so for you guys that like a bigger watch, it definitely beefs it up a little bit there on the boon strap. You've got 45 lug tip to lug tip, 18 millimeter lug openings on the wire lugs on the watch. And I did not measure the thickness on the watch, but I think this thing's going to be coming around 13 or 14 millimeter thickness. I will measure that really quick when we do the wrist shot. So good looking watch. We can go ahead and open the boon strap here a little bit, pull it off, show you the case back. Now this is a default case back. They're either going to have a soldier on them, they'll have all the specs around the outside, they've got one with like kind of a soldier on it, or you can have these custom engraved when you order the watch from Kickstarter or from their website. You can, for obviously an extra charge, you can do some custom engraving on the back of the watch. So really nice looking piece. Let's go ahead and pause it, get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then of course we're going to go out with a loom shot. All right, so guys, I have a 7-inch wrist. Now they do say in the paperwork that the boon strap is basically going to fit a 7.2-inch wrist, maximum 7.5 if you like to wear it tight. So that is one of the drawbacks to the boon straps. I don't know, maybe you could pick up a newer strap for the inside here or make yourself one that's a little bit longer. But gosh, it tends to happen with watches coming out of Singapore. People are a little bit smaller wristed over there. And so I do wish that it would fit a bigger wrist, but you do have a standard NATO strap that you can get for these that will fit on there no problem. But looks really good. Definitely gives off that vibe and that feel of an old school trench watch. Those Arabic numerals all the way around in that classic font just looks really good. The cathedral hands. I'm a huge fan of cathedral hands. On my Seiko Alpinist I just saw has those beautiful cathedral hands, and I just think they're just spectacular and really harken back to the true, the true trench watches back from World War I. So let's go ahead and check out the loom on this one. All right, well, lights are down, and this is an old style radium. And I mean, the good thing, this is a non-fading loom, obviously, this new modern loom. Back in the day of the World War II, the loom would fade very quickly, and it was, you know, radium style loom, so it was painted on, it poisoned the people that were actually using it or putting it on the watches. But this is, you know, new style super luminova, so this watch is going to glow all night long. Truly would have been a benefit to the soldiers back in World War I, but looks really, really cool. So, all right, guys, you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.